Hello? Yes, this is her. Oh, good. I'm being served. I love people to serve me. What are you serving? Oh, wait. What do you mean? You you serving me papers to go to court for what? Okay, sir, hold on for me just a second, because I've got to get some information from you. I'm not sure what you're talking about, but I want to be clear in understanding exactly what you're trying to tell me. Please hold. I want you to think about this just for a second. Why are they giving you a heads up telling you you're going to be served? If you're going to serve me, why not just serve me? There's a reason why. You want to continue to watch this video to find out. Okay, have you gotten one of those phone calls letting you know that you're going to be served? Served with papers to go to court. First of all, don't get scared. Don't get upset. Remain calm. And let me tell you why. We are in the middle of COVID. And because of that, collection agencies' money is being messed up. And they don't like it. So they are pulling every tactic out of the bag to try to get that money. It's just like you. When you lost your job and no money was coming in, you didn't like it because you didn't have any money. Well, it's the same way with them. They're just an individual like me and you who decided to start a collection agency, and with hopes that consumers don't know different things, and they call you with this foolishness. So, this is what I want you to do. The very first thing that I want you to do is to ask them, are they recording the call? If they say they are, say, do you mind if I record the call also? If they don't want you to record the call, no problem. Let me get my pen and paper because I need to write this information down. Pay attention to the information that they're giving you. I've gotten 2 calls in the past, and both calls that I got, the statute of limitations was up on both of them. So once they give you that information as to this debt, when the debt occurred, if you're not familiar with your state laws and the statute of limitations, just tell them to hold. Say, can you hold for me just a second? You know, my baby is crying, whatever. Look up your state statute of limitations. Because most of them are going to try and tell you that the limitations is longer than what it is. The last one that I got a call from tried to tell me that the statute of limitation for Texas was 8 years. No, it's 4. No. We do this all the time. I know what I'm talking about. Okay. You need to know when your statute of limitations is. Don't argue with them. If they want to try to tell you we do this all the time, don't argue. If the statute of limitations is up, you have nothing to worry about. Absolutely nothing. It's that item on your credit report anyway. If you don't know how to look up your credit reports, please get with someone so they can teach you, because you need to know what's on your credit report. If that item is not on your credit report, that tells you 2 things. First, it tells you that it's probably an old debt. Number 2, it tells you that that debt probably does not belong to you. That's a debt that needs to be verified. The one that called me told me, we don't have to verify anything. You'll see this, you'll get that information in court. Okay, you're going to take me to court for a debt that you're not verifying with me and telling me I'm going to see it in court. Because he didn't want to share that information with me because he knew it wasn't a valid debt. You need to know these things before you let these people start playing around with your money that you need, put it in their pocket because of their greed. If they know that you're uninformed consumer and that you don't know, and they call you telling you you're going to be served and you get scared, they're going to play on that. They are going to play on that. You are going to be paying for a debt that you don't have to pay. These collection agencies, they have their people calling, trying to collect the debt because they need to get that money coming in. These collectors who work for them, who's calling, they're going to do everything possible to try to scare you or whatever because you're messing with their money too. If they don't get somebody to agree to start paying on the collection, they're not going to get their commissions for collecting on the debt. So, of course, they're going to say and do anything also to get you to agree to pay this debt. If you agree to pay that debt on that phone, guess what? The statute of limitations starts all over again. This is why you need to get credit educated. You need to also find out where that debt collection agency is located. If they are not in the same state as you, then you need to ask them for their surety bond number. Now, when you ask them this, some are going to play dumb and tell you, we don't have a surety bond number, we don't know what that is. But you need to be an educated consumer. Go to your Secretary of State, put in surety bond number, put in the name of that company. If that company is not registered with your state for a surety bond, and they are in another state trying to collect a debt on you, they cannot. They cannot collect on that debt in most states unless they have a surety bond with your state. And most don't. The reason why most don't is because in order to obtain a surety bond, it's usually $10,000, $25,000. They're not willing to pay that type of money to get a surety bond to collect a debt from you in another state. And I also want to tell you to do this. If they are so sure that they can collect a debt on you, if they are so sure that they're going to serve you, you need to ask them, where are you serving me at? One with me, he thought I was being smart. No, I wasn't being smart. I wanted to know exactly where I was being served at. And he says, we're serving you at your address in Texas. And I says, well, it's a good thing I asked because I no longer live in Texas. I live in Las Vegas. Would you like the address? Excuse me? I says, I live in Las Vegas. Would you like the address? Yeah, I gave him the address. I was never served. Most people, when they get these calls, they get scared. Don't get scared because 89 to 95% of the time, you're not being served. It's just a scare tactic that they're using on you to try to get you to pay up. Get educated about the consumer laws, consumer credit laws. Know your rights. So when they call you, you can use the rights that you know against them. You will be told when they come to serve you that you have to provide ID to them. If you've done your due diligence and looked up and see that they don't have a surety bond in your state, this is what you need to tell them. When Whoever comes out to serve me, before I show them any ID, I want to see the surety bond number. If they are not providing me that surety bond number, they are wasting their time. I am not showing them any ID. I will not be accepting any paperwork for them. And what happens if you do happen to get served? When you get served, you need to look over what you're being served for. Look it over carefully. You need to understand if the statute of limitations is up on that debt, go to court because they can't do anything. You can stand there and tell that judge, this debt was never verified. I asked them to verify the debt. I have absolutely no idea what this is. I don't know what it is. They didn't verify it prior to them taking me to court. I don't know what it is. Once you tell that judge you don't know what it is, you can also bring up the fact that this is a debt from so many years ago. They need to verify it because I don't know what happened 8 years ago. The statute of limitations is up on it. They told me that I would get verification in court. I'm here. Where's my verification? Don't be scared. Go to court. Go to court. And 98% of the time, it's going to be thrown out. Most of the time, they don't have any valid grounds for taking you to court. Now, there are a few instances where they do have a case. And when they do have a case, then you need to get yourself some type of debt lawyer before you go to court. But if you get that paperwork and you know it's something that's not on your credit report, you know it's something that has not been verified, go to court. Let them see that you ain't scared. I ain't scared. I ain't scared at all. You ain't scaring me by calling me and telling me I'm going to be served. Serve me. And while you're at it, I love shrimp. Serve me some shrimp from a restaurant too. You all have a blessed day. Now, if you have looked at this video all the way through and you got this valuable information, let me ask you something. Why the heck aren't you becoming one of my members? Why the heck aren't you sharing this video with somebody to save that moolah in their pocket? You know, because if they got that moolah in their pocket and you need some money, you might need to borrow it from them. But if you don't share this video and they end up paying on a debt that they don't have to, when you need some money, they're going to tell you, I'm broke. Think about it. You better share this video. You better help somebody. You better keep that money in your pocket and everybody else's pocket. We got too many other things to do with our money than to be putting it in a collections agency hand after they done spent pennies on the dollar buying that debt. Come on now. Like, share, and subscribe to this channel because I'm going to be on fire bringing you more and more and more.